Hi, my name's Laurie Uzukwu, and I'm one of the nurses at Care Advantage. Today we're going to go over some documentation to make sure that you're not doing too much documentation, because as they say, too much of a good thing can sometimes not be good for you. So we're going to tap on my active patient here, Briella Maltese, and we're going to go into her activities. So the first thing that I want to look for are her required activities. The ones in red are required. So under Care Plan 1, you see the number 14 in red, and under Hobbies, you see the number 1 in red. Those are things that are required. So let's go ahead and address those first. So we're going to go ahead and mark off that we've completed all these required activities. And of course, different things for different patients will apply, and there are other videos that will explain more about what I'm doing right now. But if you're getting this video, you already understand that. Then I'm going to scroll down to Hobbies and mark off that we did her physical therapy exercises as well. Now, that is all that is necessary for you to be able to clock out. There are, however, some other things, and I want to go through and explain these to you so that you'll know what to document on and what not to. So we're going to start at the top. The nature of service and care type is simply there for your information. Same thing for diagnosis. They all say per request, but it is there only for your information, and the radar button needs to stay on the word no in order to properly document for this client. Same thing for all these demographics, preferred name, height, weight, family contacts, and so on and so forth. This is all information that can be very important for you to know, but you do not need a chart on it, and it would not be appropriate to do so. Next, under Care Plan 1, we have the schedule. That is something that never needs to be documented on. This is here for information only. And while you know your personal schedule, this has to do typically with the care plan charting as required by the state, and it has to be located on the plan of care, but it is not to be documented on. So you're going to leave the radar button on the word no. Now we have some other per request activities that you may have done. Maybe you did their laundry and fed them dinner or prepared dinner for later. You can mark those as complete, but if you did not do them, leave the radar button on the no. You never want to mark client refused for any activity that says per request. So if you see that bluish turquoise color per request, no or complete is all that you have to choose from. Now some of these things further down are intended for our LPNs. So vital signs, bowel and bladder, wound care, range of motion, all of those typically require physician orders. And we're not going to have these on the plan of care generally. So it's important that you completely ignore these. Please do not document on them with a comment or by marking complete or refused. Simply leave it on no. Supervision time does not mean that we are supervising our clients' activities. Supervision time is a very specialized program provided by Medicaid for specific client needs, and the office nurse has additional paperwork to do in order to get supervision time approved. If it's been approved, it's going to be on the plan of care, and it will always be a required activity, and you would mark it as complete. For most patients, however, you're going to completely ignore this and leave the radar button on the word no. Listing supplies or shopping, work, school, social, and other, those are all places where we can give you additional things that the client may need. And again, you can mark them as complete or leave it on no if they're listed as per request. In this case, they're not listed at all, so they should be completely ignored. Never, ever chart on anything that is not marked required or per request. Down here on Hobbies, it goes over the hobbies that this particular patient would enjoy, like bouncy balls, tug of war, and barking at people, because that's right, this particular patient is also my dog. So if we did it, we can hit complete, and we just took care of that a few minutes ago, so we're going to complete that and keep going. Past work history and socialization are empty, so we're going to leave those completely unaddressed, and the word no should be marked. Other care details has things that may be for your information, so always check them and read the full care plan so that you understand the needs of your client. However, most of this does not need to be charted on. It is simply there for your information. Pets can also be the same. On occasion, there may be some regular routine pet needs that should be addressed during your shift, but for most of our clients, their family members are taking care of any pets that they have, and that should be indicated on the activities, which is also the plan of care. So in this case, my dog has a dog named Mr. Elephant that's cared for by me, the family. So you can completely ignore that, or if you decided to help out with Mr. Elephant for your shift, you can hit complete if you actually did that, but never mark client refused. Everything else on the plan of care has to do with skilled care and our LPN patients. This would not apply to the work that you're doing with your patient, so you would completely ignore all of this. There is no need to ever go into anything that starts with skilled. I hope that this was helpful for you today. Thank you for working with us to make sure that our documentation is effective and meets the requirements of the various insurance companies that we utilize for our patients. Have a great day.